Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to another launch reaction video. Now, we've already seen the 2021 McLaren and the AlphaTauri, but today it was the turn of Alfa Romeo. The team unveiled its 2021 challenger, the C41, at an event in Warsaw, and honestly, I was not expecting much from them. We've had pretty much the same livery now for the last few seasons, and I fully expected we'd get the same again. And the team does often go for a low-key launch, so something like taking the covers off the car just before testing starts. But today, wow, we had dancers, we had piano music, and even a family photo at the end. It was lovely stuff. That might have come across a little bit sarcastic because, you know, we're F1 fans and we just want to see the car, but I do like it when teams make a bit more of a fuss with their launch, to be honest. Let's get on with it, though, with a look at the livery, and although it is very close to previous designs, it's definitely had a fairly decent tweak, as you can see from the images on screen. And I suppose you could say the livery has essentially been inverted across the side pods and the engine cover versus last year's car. And I've got to say, I really, really like it. I like it a lot. And yes, I prefer it to the previous iteration of this livery. I'm even going to go as far as to say that this is my favourite of the three we've seen so far. This is such a good looking car. Well done, Alfa. Love it. There are a couple of technical bits worth a mention. The team has chosen to spend its development tokens on a new nose, and that goes down a similar route to the slimmer designs we've seen recently from the likes of Mercedes, McLaren and Renault. And a lot of the focus, or most of the focus, has been on the front end of the car, as well as the changes to the floor that have to be made this year due to the new regulations. Now, unfortunately, I haven't actually got a top-down shot of the car, so I can't do a side-by-side comparison versus last year's floor, as I have with other videos. So we're going to have to wait and see on that one, but I'd imagine it's not much different to what McLaren and AlphaTauri did. I don't know how many times I've said this already. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it over the course of the next few days and weeks, but my God, do I love that car. It is such a good-looking car. Great livery. I'm going to give a few of my thoughts on the team's 2021 season, as I have in other launch videos. And if you caught my predictions video, you'll already know that I've, well, predicted that the team will finish 8th again this season. And I think it's going to be another one of those years where they're just quick enough to fight off the likes of Williams and Haas, but not quite quick enough to battle consistently with the midfield. That said, with Kimi Raikkonen on board once again, you just never know. He is more than capable of pulling off one or two big results a year. So maybe they'll spring a surprise, but it'll be interesting to see just how quickly they shift focus to next year's car if they haven't already. And maybe it's just me, but this is one of many teammate battles this year that could be well worth keeping an eye on. I'm looking forward to it, but it might just fly a little bit under the radar with the media and all of that business. Kimi Raikkonen is still a very fast guy, and as I've already said, on his day, he can deliver some seriously strong results. But Antonio Giovinazzi has made some solid progress over the last two seasons, and in 2020 he even managed to beat Kimi overall in qualifying, although the Finn did come out on top when it comes to the race results. But they did both end up level on 4 points apiece, which is, I guess, what matters. So yeah, he's doing alright, is Gio, and if he can continue that this season, the battle between them could get very tasty indeed. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what else to say on Alfa's 2021 season. I think, and this is the case for Haas and Williams too, but I think a lot of the focus will be on next year because the big regulation changes represent a real opportunity for them to leap up the grid. So I fully expect them to really work towards that for most of the year. And you know, maybe it'll mean nothing, but with the experience of Raikkonen to work with, Alfa might be in a really strong position when it comes to development versus the relatively inexperienced lineups at Williams and Haas. What would be a good season for them this year, though? Let me know what you think in the comments. I think 8th would be solid, and if they can close that gap to the midfield, I reckon the team will be fairly content with that, and Frederick Vasseur actually said the aim this year was just to improve. I will say, though, I do think they will pick up more than 8 points this season. I don't think they'll be in the hundreds or anything crazy like that. But for some reason, I've got a very good feeling about Williams this year, so it won't be easy, and that battle at the back could be one to watch very closely. Overall, though, as I've said probably like 100 times by now, I bloody love this livery. And I reckon it's going to be one of those that's going to look even better out on track. Roll on testing. And just as an added extra, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm also loving the look of the new race suits. Long story short, Alfa Romeo has nailed it with the design this year. Great stuff. That is it for this launch reaction video, but you can, as always, let me know what you make of the 2021 Alfa Romeo down in the comments section. And also let me know where you think the team will finish in the championship this year. Now, I will be back tomorrow with some reaction to Red Bull's car launch. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy this video, then please do leave a like as it really helps out the channel. And don't forget to subscribe as well so you don't miss out on any future content. Lots to come this year. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean, this has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.